In this lesson, we're going to look at partial product multiplication for a 4-digit by a 1-digit number. Now, this is a free ride. I call it that because if you have done the partial product multiplication strategy for a 3-digit number by a 1-digit number, this is the same exact procedure. You're just adding on one more box, one more digit. Okay, we're going to look at 4,619 times 3. My first step is to take my larger factor that I'm multiplying and break it down into its place value parts. I know that 4,619 is the equivalent in expanded form to 4,000 plus 600 plus 10 plus 9. Now I'm going to transfer that into my drawing. I'm going to make a long box with 4 parts. I've got 4,000, 600, 10, and 9. And I am multiplying times 3, so 3 is going to go on the end of the area model. Now I find the partial products that go in each box. 3 times 4 is 12, plus the 3 zeros from the thousands. So 3 times 4,000 is 12,000. 3 times 6 is 18, plus the 2 zeros, 1, 2, 3, comma me. Got 1,800 for 3 times 600. Then 3 times 10 is 30. And finally 3 times 9 is 27. Now I have my partial products. I'm going to add them together to get my final product. Let me make this a little bit smaller so I have room. So 12,000 from this first box, 1,800 from the second box, 30 from the third box, and 27 from the fourth box. When I add the partial products together, I get the final total product. So the answer to 4,619 times 3 is 1,000 or 13,857. 13,857. Now, if you prefer using the distributive model that we showed the last time too, you can also use that method for this. Make that teeny tiny. Move it up here and I'll show you how it works. I'm going to take that same question, 4,619 times 3. I am going to multiply or write down my place value parts. 4,000, 600, 10, and 9. Then I'm going to distribute that times 3. So this part times 3, this part times 3, this part times 3, and this part times 3. Those are going to give me my partial products. So 4 times 3 is 12, plus the 3 zeros. 6 times 3 is 18, plus the 2 zeros. 10 times 3 is 30. 9 times 3 is 27. Add those partial products together. And I get the same exact answer, 13,857. Okay, here's a second example, 4,028 times 6. I'm going to draw my box here. I'm going to divide it so that I can put my place value parts. Notice I have a 0 there. I do go ahead and include it there. So I've broken 4,028 down into its place value parts, and I am multiplying by 6. I'm going to find my partial products. So 6 times 4 is 24, and I have 3 zeros from the 4,000, so that's 24,000. Then 6 times 0, we know that anything times 0 is 0. 6 times 2 is 12, plus the 0 from the 20, because we're multiplying 6 times 20 is 120. And then 6 times 8 is 48. We're going to take those partial products and add them all together so that we can get a total product. So let me make that a little bit smaller so I have some more room. And I'm going to take the 24,000 in the first box. I don't need to add in that 0. I know it's not going to change my total. Put in the 120 and then the 48. Add those together. 0 plus 0 plus 8 is 8. 0 plus 2 plus 4 is 6. 0 plus 1 is 1. 4 plus nothing is 4. 2 plus nothing is 2. 1, 2, 3, comma, me. So my answer to 4,028 times 6 is 24,168. And I know that my answer is reasonable because 4,028 is pretty close to just 4,000. And 4,000 times 6, 4 times 6 is 24, and then these would just be zeros. So using estimation, I can tell that my answer is reasonable. Okay, one last example, 6,417 times 5. 4-digit number means my box needs 4 spots. We've got 6,000 plus 400 plus 10 plus 7, which equals 6,417 in expanded notation. We're multiplying times a factor of 5. 5 times 6 is 30. And 3 zeros for 30,000. 5 times 4 is 20. Plus 2 zeros for the 400. So that makes 2,000. 5 times 10 is 50. And 5 times 7 is 35. Those are my partial products. Now I take and add them together to get my final product. So only the things that are inside the boxes. 30,000, 2,000, 50, and 35. When I add those together, I get my final product of 32,085. Hopefully after this video you realize that multiplying a 4-digit number by a 1-digit number is a free ride if you can use the partial product strategy to multiply a 3-digit number by a 1-digit number. This has been a lesson on using the partial product strategy for multiplication of a 4-digit number by a 1-digit number.